welcome to another episode of Gaslands Refuel. In today's episode join me, Martin, and two brand new players Robert and Mark, as we race our cars towards the finish line and try to cross it without exploding in the process. First we have my car, sponsored by Slime, a 3-handling, 5 max gear, 2 crude regular car with frontal flamethrowers, rear oil slick dropper and a frontal ram. It also has delicate touch, rear driving and purring for its perks. I present to you Kyojin. Next we have Martin's Party Wagon, sponsored by Michigan, a 2-handling, 3 max gear, 4 crude heavy truck with frontal ram, rear RC car bombs, a frontal harpoon and an improvised sludge thrower. It also has Eureka, gyroscope and mobile mechanic for its perks. Next we have Rob's car, sponsored also by Michigan, a 3-handling, 5 max gear, 2 crude medium weight car with a frontal minigun, rear mine dropper, a blunderbuss and a lot of gas grenades. It also has mobile mechanic, return fire and rapid fire for its perks. Next we have Mark's buggy, sponsored also by Michigan, a 4-handling, 6 max gear, 2 crude lightweight car with a frontal ram, a frontal gravity gun and a magnetic jammer. It also has mobile mechanic, return fire and rapid fire for its perks. So Mark is going first. Then Martin. Then Jan and lastly Robert's turn. So let's start this death race. Round 1. First gear phase. Mark activates his buggy, rolled 2 shifts, 2 spins and 1 shift from the gentle turn. He decides with his 2 shifts to gear up and cancel the hazard in gearing up. He cancels the spin with his other shifts and does the spin taking 1 hazard. Mark's buggy. Gear 1, hazard 1, pole 6 and vote 0. Martin rolls a shift, a hazard and a shift in doing a gentle curve. He gears up and cancels the hazard with the other rolled shift and took the rolled hazard. Party Wagon. Gear 1, hazard 1, all 14 and vote 0. Party Wagon collided with Mark's buggy and dealt 3 hull damage to it. I decide not to roll and gear up with a shift in doing a short straight and took a hazard. Kyojin. Gear 1, hazard 1, pole 10 and vote 0. Robert first roll is not what he wanted. So he's pushing it and re-roll. Rolled 2 shifts, 1 spin and a shift from doing a turn. He gears up, did a spin and removed all the hazard from the rolled dice. Rob's car. Gear 1, hazard 1 because of the push it, pole 10 and vote 0. Round 1, second gear phase. Mark rolls 3 shifts, 1 spin and a shift in doing a medium straight. H gears up twice and did the spin and took 1 hazard. Mark's his buggy. Gear 3, hazard 2, pole 3 and vote 0. Martin rolls 2 shifts and do a hairpin turn. He gears up and collided to the wall, dealing 2 hull damage to him. It's my turn again, and I rolled 3 shifts in doing a hairpin turn. I gear up and remove a hazard from Kyojin. Kyojin. Gear 2, hazard 0, all 10 and vote 0. Robert rolled 2 shifts, a spin and a shift in doing a medium straight. He then geared up and did the spin and cancelling all hazards generated. Rob's car collided into a container van, dealing 2 hull damage to Rob's car. Rob's car. Gear 2, Hazard 1, Hull 8 and votes 0. Round 1, 3rd gear phase. Mark rolls 3 shifts and a hazard in doing a gentle turn. He gears up and cancels the rolled hazard. He then activates his perk, Mobile Mechanic, to repair 1 hull damage point. Mark's buggy. Gear 4, Hazard 2, Hull 4 and vote 0. Martin rolls 1 hazard, 1 slide and a hazard from doing a turn. He takes 3 hazards and slams at the wall, but upon impact Martin expertly evades being slammed into the wall and took no hull damage. Party Vacant. Gear 2, Hazards 4, Hull 14 and vote 0. It's my turn and I rolled 1 hazard, 1 spin and 1 slide from gentle turn. I geared up and took 3 hazards in the process. Kyojin. Gear 3, Hazard 3, Hull 10 and vote 0. Robert rolls 2 shift and a spin in doing a veer. He gears up and did a spin but cancels one of the hazards generated, so he take 1 hazard. Rob's car. Gear 4, Hazards 2, Hull 8 and vote 0. And by passing the first line, all weapon can now be used. Round 1. 4th gear phase. Mark's first roll sucks, so he decided to push it, gaining a hazard. And he rolled 2 shifts and 2 spins. He cancels all the hazards and moved to his final location. Mark's buggy. Gear 5, Hazards 3, Hull 4 and vote 0. Robert rolled 2 shifts and 2 hazards. He decides to cancel all hazards and do a medium straight. Rob's car. Gear 4, Hazards 2, Hull 8 and vote 0. Round 2, 1st gear phase. Someone already passed the first line, so the pole position moves to the next player, so Martin will go first now. Martin rolls 2 shifts and a shift from medium straight. He removes 3 hazards from Party Vacant and moves to its destination. Martin then released one of his RC car bombs. And he made the RC car bomb turn right in front of me. Party Vacant. Gear 3, Hazard 1, Hull 12 and votes 1. He gained a vote because of the Mishkin's perk All the Toys. Whenever a vehicle in this team attacks with a named weapon that has not been attacked with by any vehicle during this game yet, that vehicle's controller gains 1 audience vote. It's my turn and I rolled 1 shift, 1 slide, 1 hazard and 1 shift in doing a medium straight. I canceled the slide and hazard and collided to the RC car bomb, suffering a hull damage of 1. Kyojin. Gear 3, Hazards 3, Hull 9 and votes 0. Robert rolled 2 shifts, a slide and a hazard in doing a turn. He then gears down, taking in the hazard, cancels the slide and takes the rolled hazard. Rob's car. Gear 3, Hazards 4, Hull 8 and votes 0. Marks rolled 2 shifts and 2 spins. So he gears down into the turn and did the spin and taking 2 hazards. He then avoided being smashed at the side wall. Mark's buggy, gear 4, hazards 5, haul 4 and vote 0. Round 2. Second gear phase. Martin first roll sucks, so he decides to push it gaining a hazard. Then he rolled 2 shifts and doing a turn. He then removed 2 hazards from Party Vegan. Then he collided with me and deals 3 damage to Kyojin. It's my turn and I rolled 3 shifts and a shift from medium straight. I then removed all hazards from Kyojin and moved him to its destination and I drop an oil spill at my rear. Kyojin. Gear 3, hazard 0, hull 6 and vote 0. Robert did a medium straight and got a shift and 2 spin. He cancels all hazards and uses the spin and he smashes to the wall dealing 3 hull damage to Rob's car. Rob's car. Gear 3, hazards 4, hull 5 and vote 0. Round 2. Third gear phase. Martin rolls a spin, a hazard and a shift in doing a medium straight. He then cancels the rolled hazard and takes a hazard from the spin. Party Vegan smashes into the container van and deals 1 damage to Party Vegan. Party Vegan. Gear 3, hazard 0, hull 11 and votes 1. It's my turn and I rolled 1 shift, 1 hazard, 1 slide and a hazard from doing a hard turn, so I canceled the slide and took 2 hazards. Kyojin. Gear 3, hazards 2, hull 6 and vote 0. Robert rolled 3 shifts and doing a swerve. So Robert removed 3 hazards from Rob's car and did his swerve. Rob's car. Gear 3, hazard 1, hull 5 and vote 0. Round 3. First gear phase. Martin rolls 1 shift, 1 slide and a shift in doing a medium straight. He cancels the slide and remove a hazard from Party Wagon. And smashes into a container van dealing 2 hull damage to Party Wagon. Party Wagon. Gear 3, hazard 0, hull 9 and votes 1. It's my turn. I rolled 2 shifts and a spin. So I cancelled the hazard in doing a spin and removed a hazard from Kyojin. After I placed Kyojin I dropped 1 of my oil slick. Kyojin. Gear 3, hazard 1, hull 6 and votes 0. Robert rolls a shift, a hazard, a spin and a shift in doing a medium straight. He cancels all the hazards and do a spin. Rob's car. Gear 3, hazard 1, hull 5 and vote 0. Freshly respawn, Mark's buggy join in the fray. Mark rolled 2 shifts, a hazard, a spin and a shift in doing a short straight. He gears up, cancels the rolled hazard and did a spin. Mark's buggy. Gear 2, hazard 1, hull 6 and vote 0. Round 3. Second gear phase. Martin rolls a shift and a slide in doing a gentle turn. He cancels the slide and positioned himself right behind me. He then took aim to shot his harpoon at Kyojin. He hits me once and he can reorient me up to 90 degrees. Party Wagon. Gear 3, Hazard 0, Hull 9, and Votes 2. Robert rolls 2 shifts, a slide and a shift in doing a medium straight. He then cancels the slide and removes a hazard from Rob's car. He then goes straight towards Mark's buggy for a collision, but Mark evades the collision. Rob's car. Gear 3, Hazard 0, Hull 5 and Votes 0. Mark rolls 2 shifts, 1 spin, 1 slide and a shift in doing a medium straight. He gears up, cancels the slide and do the spin. He takes 1 hazard. Mark's buggy. Gear 3, Hazard 2, Hull 6 and Votes 0. Round 3. Third gear phase. Martin first roll sucks, so he pushed it and gained a hazard and rolls a shift and a hazard in doing a veer. He then cancels the rolled hazard and smashes his ram at Kyojin's sides, dealing 5 hull damage to Kyojin. It's my turn. I rolled a shift, a spin and a hazard in doing a gentle turn. So I cancelled the hazard and do the spin, taking a hazard into Kyojin. Kyojin. Gear 3, Hazards 4, Hull 1 and Votes 0. Robert rolls 2 shifts equals, a slide and a hazard in doing a hairpin turn. He cancels the slide and the hazard. And he moves Rob's car to its destination. Rob's car. Gear 3, Hazard 0, Hull 5 and Votes 0. Mark's 1 roll sucks. So he's pushing it, gaining a hazard, and he rolled a shift, a spin, 2 hazards and a shift in doing a medium straight. He then cancels the 2 rolled hazard and do the spin, giving him an additional hazard. Mark's buggy. Gear 3, Hazards 4, Hull 6 and Votes 0. Round 4. First gear phase. Martin rolled a slide, a spin and a shift in doing a medium straight. He then cancels the spin and did the slide. Before he attacks, he activates his mobile mechanic to repair 1 hull damage from Party Wagon. He then deploys one of his RC car bombs and made it do a medium straight and ends his turn. Party Wagon. Gear 3, Hazards 2, Hull 10 and Votes 2. It's my turn and I rolled 2 shifts and a spin and did a hairpin turn. I saw a spin and removed a hazard from Kyojin. Kyojin. Gear 3, Hazards 3, Hull 1 and Votes 0. Robert rolls 3 shifts in doing a veer. Discards everything and moves Rob's car to its destination and ends his turn. Rob's car. Gear 3, Hazard 0, Hull 5 and Votes 0. Mark rolled 1 shift, 2 spins and a hazard after pushing it. He then cancels the hazards, but his hazards went up to 6, so he wiped out. He moves Mark's buggy to the destination and he was successful in the flip check, so he didn't flip, and then he resets his gear and hazard token to 1 and to 0. Martin was the next player, so he was supposed to reorient Mark after the wipeout, but he just let Mark be without reorienting him. Mark's buggy. Gear 1, Hazard 0, Hull 6 and Votes 0. Round 4. Second gear phase. Martin rolls a slide, a shift and a shift in doing a medium straight after pushing it. Here is a mistake. Even though he has 5 hazard, he can still cancel the spin and remove a hazard from Party Wagon. It will be still 5 hazards left. But we go with the wipeout and I reorient him. He then activates his RC car bomb and did a hard turn and he end his turn. Party wagon. Gear 1, hazard 0, hull 10 and votes 2. It's my turn again. I rolled 2 shifts, a spin and a shift in doing a medium straight. I then removed 2 hazard from Kyojin and cancelled the hazard while doing a spin. Kyojin. Gear 3, hazard 1, hull 1 and votes 0. Robert rolls 2 slides and a spin and doing a turn he slides wildly and smashes on the side rails, and it deals 5 hull damage to Rob's car. Rob's car then exploded, a short straight to where it was. It is my turn and I rolled 2 shifts and a spin. I cancelled the hazard generated by spin but did the spin and I removed 1 hazard from Kyojin. I positioned myself right in front of Party Wagon and blast him with my flamethrower dealing 3 hull damage to him. Kyojin. Gear 3, hazard 0, hull 1 and vote 0. Martin rolls 1 shift and a hazard, he then gears up and take 2 hazard while reversing this phase. He then activates his RC car bomb and did a hairpin turn slamming it to the wall and it exploded. It's my turn and I rolled a shift, a hazard and a slide and doing a swerve. I cancelled the slide and take the hazard and move to my destination. And I shot Party Wagon with 2 handguns and I deal 2 hull damage to it. Kyojin. Gear 3, hazard 1, hull 1 and votes 0. Robert rolled 3 shifts and a shift in doing a medium straight. He then gears up twice, moves to his destination and ends his turn. Rob's car. Gear 3, hazard 0, hull 10 and votes 0. Mark rolls 2 shifts, 2 spins and a shift in doing a medium straight. He then cancels all the hazards generated by the 2 spin, does a spin and gears up but takes a hazard. Mark's buggy. Gear 2, hazard 1, hull 6 and votes 0. Round 5, second gear phase. It's my last turn. I rolled 1 shift, a slide, a hazard and a shift in doing a medium straight. I cancelled the hazard and did the slide but cancelled the hazard generated from it. Kyojin. Gear 3, hazard 1, hull 1, votes 0. The last turn of Robert, he rolled 1 shift, 2 slides and a shift in doing a medium straight. He cancels the other slide and a hazard from the other slide and did the slide. He then ends his turn. Rob's car. Gear 3, hazard 0, hull 10 and votes 0. And finally, for the win, Marks rolls 3 shifts, a spin and a shift in doing a medium straight. And he crosses the finish line to win this death match. And congratulations to Mark and his Mark's buggy for winning this death race. So that's the end of this race, folks. I hope you liked the video. There are some mistakes along the way, but practice makes perfect. This is your Game Master John. Signing off at Arcanopolis Cafe and Board Gamery, where we don't stop rolling those dice and here we never grow old. See you guys.